welcome back to the channel, folks. Really do appreciate you being here. And you betcha, it's another episode of Sourcing Fodder. Alright, so I'm actually super excited because I haven't done this routine thrift for quite a few weeks. I've been helping backpacks, we've been moving warehouse, so it's been a bit chaotic. All good, like everything's okay. It's just, you know, when you got to do what you got to do, right? So that's been the last 3 weeks. It's been quite busy. I did manage to go to Savers with Cam the other week, so that was probably the last thrift video you did see. So today, just heading home. You know, and I like to just give everyone context. So I don't source, you know, majority of my goods from thrifting. It's purely now I'm getting it through wholesale lots, bulk deals, and things like that. But essentially, this thrifting is like, this is the fun part. This is the stuff I like to do, to learn, to try new things, to, you know, keep up appearances, chat with people, like the different shop owners. And sometimes you find bolos. This has now become the cream of the top of everything that I'm selling. So that's what I'm doing today. I'll probably hit up 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 shops. I do need to try and get to somewhere in time to do a pickup. Hopefully we can make that happen. It is cold today, it's nippy. Now, while I've got you here, if you are not familiar with Backpack for Big Kids, so Backpack for Big Kids, essentially they provide my essential backpacks for kids that go into displacement, so being pulled out of home because of sticky situations with their family, you know, abusive or domestic violence, things like that. And obviously there's a range of different things, but if you know the foster system, very much similar to that, where these guys help provide, you know, the essential needs that a kid would need, getting pulled out of home at midnight and then having to go into protective care, or, you know, go into a different housing location. So that's what we do. I volunteer here once a week, but at the moment we're raising money with the help of you, the community. We're doing $10,000 this year. At the time of this video, me filming it, we're on about 2,200. By the time you're watching it, we're probably, hopefully, close to 3,000. We're aiming to get to $10,000 by the 24th of September, which is when the big main event will be. We'll be doing a live break, there'll be giveaways, raffles, a whole bunch of stuff. If you want to get involved with that, you can go check out this video. I really want to push this, guys, because it's not about me. It is literally about what we can do to make a difference. And, you know, what I love to be able to see is, you know, there's all these big corporates, all these big organizations, you know, doing all their fundraising and things, but, you know, we as a community, right, you know, we've got such a fun job that we do, reselling, whether you're a part-time, full-timer, or a side hustler, and there's ways that you can give back. And maybe you can't give $1. Maybe it's a matter of just sharing the video. You can go share this video, or maybe you want to donate something that we can raffle off or auction off, or maybe you can get a sale and donate that money. If you want to get involved, hit me up. I'm more than happy to have that conversation with you. All right, let's go thrifting. I'm going to see if I can get a packet of chips as well, because it's been a while. Chippy, chippy, chippy. Whew, let's do it. All right, team, well, nothing too crazy. We got a pair of True Religion jeans and a pair of new jeans. Nothing on the green or orange tags because they were on discount, but I paid full price for them. I paid a total of $21 for the two, so, you know, I did pay up, but they're both usually quite rewarding jeans in terms of sell-through rate, and, you know, worth picking up for that much. I mean, obviously less profit, but still not bad. So yeah, there was a few things in there, but not much. They've changed the store around, so still getting used to the layout, actually. But, you know, you take what we can get. 2 pairs of jeans. True Religion usually do pretty well, so I'll take that any day. Next up, we have a Salvo's Thrift, which should be really good. It is a bit wet, so hopefully that keeps people at bay. Means not many people out and about. It was pretty quiet in there. So we'll see how we go in the next shop, and we will charge on. Unfortunately, I did go to my little spot where I pick up my chippies. You know, I just go to like a little $2 shop kind of thing. I think it's Bargain Depot. I had diddly squat, no chips. And I think, you know what it is? Because there's such a shortage of potatoes, they're not getting the overflow stock that needs to be moved. Because, you know, they're like the reject shop. You know, you get the extra goodies that they need to liquidate and they've been sitting on shelves for too long. Well, because there's a shortage of them, there's not going to be an overflow of leftovers. So that's my prediction anyway. Makes sense, but here I am justifying why I don't have chippies to share with you. I do apologise. If you want to send me some chips, you can, but no, I don't have any. So yeah, that's unfortunate. All right, let's charge on. All right, well, nothing too spectacular in there. Had a lovely chat with the ladies there. It's always a pleasure. I did manage to pick up one shirt, which was a Tommy H, just a button shirt, just bread and butter. Paid $5, so look, that usually gets me $25 plus postage. So it's a quick little win. Plus it helps bring down the cost of the other goodies. So I'm happy with this, very happy with this. Next stop is Vinnie's, and I can't see because someone's parked where they're not meant to park. All right, people not following road rules. All right, next stop is a Vinnie's, and look, you know, it's definitely a bit of a dry day, but we charge on. We know things can change very, very quickly, so we don't give up. Oh, I need to sneeze. Yep, so we charge on. Look, it's not always going to be good days, but I'm going to share with you what I get regardless. You know that. That's the way I operate. But it's always, I always like to think the next one I'm going to get something big. I'm going to get something good. That's what we always go on anyway. And that's why you always go to the next shop. You don't give in, you don't give up, because it could be just around the corner. It's like that stereotypical comic where there's two guys mining. One gives up just before for the diamonds, and the other guy keeps going and he's about to hit the diamonds. So you gotta keep moving on. All right, let's charge in and see what we get. All right, team, we managed to pick up a couple of books in there. I think we got 5 books. We paid a total of $11. I think Shan might have done me a deal. Or maybe it was only 4 books. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm pretty sure it was 5 books. So we got, I forget the name of it. It's that hardcover kids books that you always pick up because the more you have of them, the better the bundle or the better the deal. And I also got Australian Gemstones, Where to Find Them. That book was comping anywhere from like 50 to 70 bucks. So interesting. Picked that up, but didn't get any clothes. So just a couple of lots. Basically, that would just be 2 listings. I'll bundle up those other books. The hardcovers and the gemstone one will go by itself. So I'm happy with that. Pretty good. Low cost of goods, and hopefully some quick sellers. Next up is the last shop of the day. We will get there before they close, hopefully. Although it is raining, they tend to close on rain day. And then we'll be done. And then I'll take you through all the goodies. Actually, I've got to go to the post office and pick something up. Oh, pickles, I forgot about that. So got a little bit things to do before we head on home, but that's what we're going to do now. So I will see you in a jiffy. All right, team. That was actually not too bad. I picked up a whole bundle of Star Wars lightsabers and whatnot, and I'm pretty happy with that. So they had actually held them for me. I knew that we were going to be there for about the last 2 weeks, but I haven't been able to get them. Anyway, so I got, I think I've got 5 Star Wars lightsabers. Some are a bit iffy, a couple are really good. Some of the older ones, like 2012. So I paid $20. I got 5 of those, and I also got a Halo book and the old Age of Empires CD that came in. I think it was the Wheat Bix back in the day. Which was pretty cool. So I got that as well. It's just a big bundle. So look, I have to go through them in detail. I've got them anyway because I think one of the lightsabers will do well, and I think the others, you know, they'll just be kind of cheapies, but for $20 can't go wrong anyway. And worst case, I can give them to the nephews. So it's a win-win. All right, let's quickly nick into the shop. All right, I've also just picked up some fuel. Not picked up, I got fuel for the car. I'm gonna go collect something else from the post office box. And so I went to get some chips again, and I don't know what it is. It's actually probably because of the, as I said earlier, the lack of supply of chips. $4.50 to $8 for a packet of chips. Although they didn't have any small ones, and I don't really want to buy a big one. So I didn't get any chips, to let you down. But what I did get was a little cheeky chocky for 99 cents breakaway. And we can all do with a bit of a break in our life here and there. So I'm gonna have a cheeky little break while heading on over to my next destination. Now, interestingly enough, something that I want to share with you is like, and it's actually been a conversation that's been coming up on a regular basis. Not bad. Sorry. It's a conversation around building your business to be, I guess, resilient with everything that's going on. And when I say everything that's going on, like, obviously people have got financial pressures, you know, how we operate, how we do things, in terms of how we spend money, where people have to spend their money. It's all changing. Basically, the economic climate is changing. I'm not trying to do some philosophical video on how to manage through the economic climate, but I get asked a few questions like, oh, you know, you think times are tough, prices are so expensive in the op shops and things like that. How do you manage it? Well, at the end of the day, we have to find things that people want to buy. And I know that's the cheap or the easy answer to say. It's like, oh, we'll find better things to sell. Well, that's the reality of it. So I think when we think about how can we make ourselves resilient, or, you know, build a moat around us to enable us to make sure that as things do get tough or people do struggle and don't have, I guess, extra cash to splash, what can we do about it? Well, we have to get outside of our comfort zones. We have to find different ways. If something isn't working, then clearly you're not going to be able to keep doing it and expect it to do better, right? So for me, it was clothing. And look, I'm not saying clothing is the answer, because there's still clothing that I buy, it sits, it doesn't move. And that's because I haven't learnt it, I don't understand it, or maybe I've purchased it at a higher price and I'm trying to get my money back on it. That is a learning process. And it's the same with anything, whether you're doing toys, whether you're doing media, whether you're doing collectibles, whatever. So you got to remember, like, we can actually still continue to sell some of the same stuff we do sell, but we can sell it at a cheaper price, only if we can get it at a cheaper price. So for instance, you know, I might get clothing, but I know that I need to sell it for $30 in order to make a minimum profit or something, right? Now, we don't want to be obviously having really low margins, but it might come to that at the same time. But if all of a sudden I can get my clothing for half the price, all of a sudden I now have the ability to sell it cheaper, which means I might sell more, which means I might make more money. So that's something else to consider as well, is how are you operating? What margins do you have? Now, I understand that obviously we can't source necessarily volume from op shops unless you have a deal or whatever it may be. So how do you go about finding better opportunities? And you know, I actually never thought I would say this, but I think seeking out and reaching out to your network of doing consignment deals. I mean, I'm doing some consignment for people, and it's a great way to learn niches, and it's a great way to find new stuff, but there's no cost, right? All the cost is in, you know, after you've sold the item. So if you know an area that you think you can do well with consignments, and you have friends or family that have those items, tell them, do they need cash? Because everyone needs cash at the moment. And I don't mean like hand cash, I mean like people need money. So it's not a bad conversation. If they know that you can actually do this for them, they don't have to do it, and you guys go 50-50 after expenses, it ain't bad. It ain't bad. So something to consider. Again, there's multiple ways we can do this. I'm really just answering it on the fly while I'm eating my chocky bar. Yep. So, the question back to you is, what are you doing to build yourself into a, I guess, a position that enables you to continue to stay strong when things aren't necessarily going as planned, as an average or a broader perspective for everyone else? And again, anything I say here, in theory, on paper, it works. We still have to go do the work. We still have to go figure it out. We still have to solve for it. You know, it's like, if you want to make more money, you have to sell more items. If you want to sell more items, you need to source more items. If you need to source more items, you need to spend more money. It's an egg chicken game, right? Unless you can get items for cheaper or for free. Then that solves part of the equation. All right, I'm gonna go and I'll see you at the end and I'll take you through all the goodies. All right, team, we are back home and I'm going to take you through all the goodies that we have gotten today. So I'll kick off with actually this stuff. So we got the Age of Empires 2 from, I think it was from one of the cereal boxes. I don't want to show the cereal code, but that's pretty cool. Not scratched. Just a Halo book. He'll be quick 20 bucks probably. These guys, Geronimo, they should do pretty good. And that's probably the big bolo. We did pick up Tommy Hates shirt. We've got the True Religion jeans as well, which should do pretty good. And we've got some new jeans as well. We did get a couple of lightsabers here, as you can see. And that's it. That's all we got. So not much. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items, 9, 10, 11, 12. So probably about 12 listings. I've got to go through them and see if I'll actually sell all of them. They might go to my nephews or whatever. But that's it. So if anything has sold by the time you're watching this, I'll put it up on screen. In terms of cost of good and all that jazz, you can see that too. So have paid up a bit today, but we got some pretty good deals. Like I said, I'm pretty confident on this one. There's a bit of riding it or whatever, but not too bad. But while you're here, at the time of this video, tonight, Wednesday night, we are going live, and I want to give you a sneak peek of what's going live tonight and what is also to come. So just pick this up from the post office, and we will be, give me 1 second, we'll be opening up, well, not all of this, well, actually majority of this. I think there's 20 packs in here, so 18 will be going out to you guys for the raffle tonight, and 2 will be for giveaways, so there's going to be a lot of fun. So that will be going out for tonight's raffle, and $5 a piece. That's a chance to win. All the details in the description below. We're doing this weekly to raise money for Backpack for Vic Kids, so if you want to get down on that, that's up to you. And some other things that have been generously donated by Johnny F, one of our big winners on the channel. He's donated the original Lion King still sealed CD. This has come out from, jeepers, this must be like early 90s. Still sealed, yeah, 1992. It's pretty cool. And then we've got a couple of PSA, well, not PSA, we've got some graded comics. So we've got a Pokemon comic graded, and we've also got a Birds of Prey. I haven't pulled these out at this point. So they will be going out for raffle, not this week, but in the coming week. So just a sneak peek of what's to come. This is just some of the stuff that we're going to be doing over the next few weeks. So this one is tonight. These are to come later in the campaign for raising money for Backpack for Vic Kids. So get involved. Appreciate you. If you do have any questions about today, chuck it down in the comments below. Otherwise, you have a wonderful day. Cheers.